What's up, everybody? My name is Ron Empire and welcome to my channel. In this video I want to explain to you how to complete the quest Tame a Pet and the one after that, Tame a Boar King. Completing these quests will also complete the achievement for Companion, Tame a Pet, and Obey Me, Tame a Boar King. When you first start off the game, you actually will be presented with like a bunch of quests here, and as you complete the quest, eventually you'll come across a quest that says Tame a Pet. And at first it may be confusing because you have not completed the quest for killing the Goblin King. And so you're wondering, well, how do I tame this pet? And you're looking around, looking at your crafting station, trying to figure out, you know, is there something that you can craft to tame a pet? Or is that something that you buy from the farmer or the pet trader? And it left me confused because I was stuck and I was stumped. I didn't know how to tame a pet. I actually went onto the forum. I tried to Google for this information. And so what I came across was people were saying like, oh, you need the pet collar, which is this item here. And so the next question was, how do you get a pet collar, right? So that was the other kind of thing that stumped me for a bit. So the answer to this question is the pet collar does allow you to tame a pet. They have a chance to drop from the goblins that you can find from level 1 through 4, and some goblin chests. But the easiest thing to do is actually, like I mentioned, is to kill the Goblin King, right? Complete the quest for kill a Goblin King, and then once you kill the Goblin King, you'll get the Gene Ball. You can go to Matthew's ship. You can unlock then the Goblin Workbench. So once you have the Goblin Workbench, you can actually craft like a bunch of these pet collars. You know, there's no limit to it. It's just require certain crafting materials. Once you've got enough crafting materials, then you can just make a bunch of these pet collars. Now, I do recommend creating a bunch of pet collars because if the pet that you're trying to tame has a low success rate, then you're going to probably burn through a bunch of pet collars because the pet collars are a consumable. So whether you succeed or fail, you're going to lose the pet collar. And if you fail, you're going to pretty much burn through this. So you need a couple of these just in case you fail. The Boar King has a 15% success rate. Now, to improve that, you're going to want to get the gene, I think the knowledge gene right here, knowledge gene, that's called the Pet Whisperer or Beast Whisperer, where it says the success rate of taming this pet is increased by 10%, and I actually have it in here, right? So then that way your Boar King 15% will become a 25%. And like I said, you're going to want a bunch of these because the probability is pretty low for taming the Boar King. Now, other things too is that I want to point out, if you are trying to tame the Boar King, right, you don't want anything that has damage reflection. So you want to switch that out so that you don't reflect damage back to the Boar King. Because if you kill the Boar King, your chances of taming him is going to be 0 if he dies, right? So you don't want to have any sort of damage reflection gear or build. To complete the first quest before the Tame a Boar King will be Tame a Pet. To get like 100% success, I would just go tame one of the animals that you're breeding, and that will not cause the animal to stop breeding because it will still function the same as if it was a non-pet. So taming an animal to be one of your pets and dismissing it, leaving it inside the pen will work just fine. The only thing is you won't be able to kill it, which is great because you don't want to kill your main breeder anyways. So that allows you to get 100% a success rate if you just tame like one of the animals. All right, well, let's go ahead and move on to the Tame a Boar King quest. And so how do you tame a Boar King? Well, you're going to need one of these things called boar glands. And these boar glands drop off of wild boars that's on the surface. So just basically roam around the surface looking for wild boars and kill as many as you can, because they don't have a 100% chance or to drop the wild boar gland. So you're going to have to kill a few to get your first wild boar gland. If you find like a wild boar cave, then definitely don't destroy the cave, and just farm all the wild boars that come out of it. And I recommend just basically maintaining like a farmable wild boar cave, because the monster meat that you get is going to be very useful for the pet dry food. And the Boar King, if you kill it, he will also drop 10 monster meat. So this is a really good reason why you want to farm for these wild boar glands. Alright, so let's go ahead and eat one of these things. And then we're going to click on this pet collar. And as you notice, it says 25% chance. And it failed, and I lost. See how I lost that collar? I'm going to do it again. Oh, it failed. And we're going to do it again. And it failed again. Yeesh. So that's why you want to craft like a bunch of these pet collars. Okay, the Boar King also has a stun ability, so you got to pay attention for that. And there we go, I succeeded. Now I highly recommend, if you notice, like I actually had a better time doing this than my first time around, because I stacked a bunch of evasion on my gear, right? So if you want to, try to tame the Boar King and not get interrupted by his stun, stack as much evasion as you can on your gears, and then if you can get one of these evasion rings, definitely wear that. But you probably won't be able to get that evasion ring for a while, because that's more, I think, later in the game. So this is something you might not have access to, right? You might not have access to this as well. This is the Amber Shield. That's the thing that was helping me deflect some of these damages. But as a tip, if you stack as much evasion as you can here, and then even go as far as stacking as much evasion from your gene build, because this, and maybe even defense, right? Then you can actually survive trying to tame the Boar King, because you obviously you don't want to do any damage to it, and you also would be able to withstand damage. So that's pretty much how you tame the Boar King. Now here's the thing: is that you don't have to tame just one Boar King. You can tame as many as you want, and you want to take a look at the stats, right, when you tame a Boar King, because if you get like a really crappy stat, this is a pretty decent stat, right? This is actually really decent. The highest stat would be like a purple colored stat. That's so right now I've got the orange color, right? The purple color or pink color is the highest. The green is okay, and then yellow is the worst. So this is fairly decent, but if you're absolutely trying to get the best stats, then you might not want this to be your main. You can either release him and kill him off, okay, and then just summon a different one. And the reason why I release and kill him is because I want the 10 monster meat off of him, because he drops the monster meat. And then you just kind of do it again until you find the right stats that you want to keep. And of course he also drops stuff here that you can sell to the vendor, or even use if you want to. I mean, you can use this if you want. Alright, well that sums it up. Hopefully this video helps, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you guys next time. Thank you.